apprenticeships. So apprenticeships, for those that don't know, in the UK is basically where you gain experience doing some kind of job. In my case, it would have been something to do with engineering. I actually trained to be an engineer in university, got a degree in it, and I haven't used it since, really, since graduating. And I do kind of regret actually not doing an apprenticeship, because I feel like it would have given me a much better chance of actually going into the industry that I trained in. Whereas I didn't do an apprenticeship, and therefore I didn't go into it in the end. I did other things instead. And, I actually used my degree more for doing things like this, talking about the technical aspects of cars and some things with Formula One as well, stuff like that. But in terms of actually using my degree for an engineering job, I haven't done it yet. But anyway, when it comes to apprenticeships, they were pretty looked down upon really by my generation. People, young people 10, 15 years or so ago, actually trying to get into work. It was kind of seen as, oh, why are you doing an apprenticeship? That's a bad idea. And maybe at that time, actually, it was looking back at it because the money just wasn't really there. But I've heard since then things have actually got a lot better. The pay has got a lot more realistic, and it's just as handy from a job, a future job prospect point of view. Now, of course, the future of motoring is going to be green. It's going to go to electric eventually. It's just a matter of time. How long that is going to take is anybody's guess, really. But, I mean, obviously they're wanting to ban the sale of new petrol and diesel-powered cars in 5 years by 2030. Personally, I don't see that happening. I think it's going to take longer. That's going to get pushed back. And there's also the controversies around things like the zero emissions vehicle mandate and all that stuff too. But regardless of all that, the engineers of the future are being trained now. And the drive for this is being ramped up. The EV transition drives apprentice recruitment as the industry is skilling up for growth of the decades. So let's have a look at what's being said here, guys, because like I said, at the end of the day, it's the now, it's present. There are a lot of EVs on the road and people are having to service them. So let's have a look at what's been said here about this. Full article on the motoringchronicle.com as always. Top employers in the UK automotive sector are investing in major skills drives to grow apprenticeship numbers by almost a sixth in 2025, according to a new study by the Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders, SMMT, as manufacturers embark on a green growth decade. With the UK celebrating National Apprenticeship Week for 2025 between the 10th and 16th of February, there are a few more exciting places for apprentices to be in automotive as the sector innovates to deliver a new generation of zero-emission vehicles. ZEV, of course, more than £20 billion of investment has already been committed to Britain's EV transition in the past 2 years alone, bringing with it demand for highly skilled workforces adept in the latest tech. Such demand is reflected by more than 550 new apprentices already having joined the sector this academic year, with an additional 740 apprenticeships still available. Among the major automotive employers surveyed by SMMT, apprenticeship numbers are set to increase by almost a sixth to 16%. That growth builds on previous years with a 40.8% rise in new apprenticeship starts in 2023 alone, according to the latest full year of apprenticeship data. A trend that will continue to bring long-term, well-paid and rewarding careers in the UK over the next decade. From research and development and manufacturing to the supply chain maintenance and repair, there are hundreds of new and exciting opportunities up for grabs, with some highly skilled positions most in need of including design and development engineers, EV technicians, and specialists in batteries and power electronics. These roles reflect an ever greener industry with more than 180 zero-emission vehicle models, cars, trucks and buses already available in the UK, and more are coming throughout this year too. Faster decarbonisation and green growth, however, requires a workforce that's equipped to drive it. Apprenticeships training must keep up to date with the various latest technology with vehicles, including how to design, build, test, maintain and repair the latest vehicles. This makes the skills transition to a top priority for the industry, and the launch of the Skills England and the new Growth and Skills Levy will help improve provision and access to automotive training for businesses of all sizes and every part of the United Kingdom. And there's a nice little graphic there. Vision 2035, ready to grow. Net zero mobility for all in Pledge 1. Pledge 2 is made in Britain, made for the world. Get the manufacturing industry up in the UK. That's always good. Pledge number 3, green skills for a greener future. Pledge number 4 is powering the UK clean tech revolution. And number 5, a green automotive transformation strategy for a stronger economy. It's all well and good saying this stuff, and I hope it bears fruit. I know the naysayers will not agree with me on this one. There are plenty of those, of course, that are around when it comes to the comment section on here, particularly on Microsoft, of course. But at the end of the day, you know, I feel like apprenticeships are pretty handy. I feel like in some cases they're actually more handy than having a degree. I really do. I really, really do. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it, guys. Let us know yours in the comments below. Is this the right thing for the government to focus on? Are we wanting more people to be able to service these cars, these EVs and everything like that? For me, it can only be a good thing, because eventually, you know, if you're training someone on ICE cars, on you know, petrol and diesel powered cars, that's great. They should have that knowledge now, I feel like, but they really should know how to service EVs as well, because, you know, if you're 16 now, then you're going to be 20, 21 by the time, you know, the petrol and diesel ban comes in. And then you're very much in a law of diminishing returns at that point. Like, at what point do petrol and diesel cars get completely phased out, or at least mostly phased out anyway? You're probably talking, I don't know, 15 years, 20 years? So yeah, I feel like now is an important time for them to do that. And of course, it's always changing. It's always evolving. So that's part of the challenge too, of course. But you can only do your best to keep it with the curve at the end of the day. So yeah, your thoughts in the comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see some more content on the world of motoring just like this. And have a good one, guys. We'll see you very soon.